welcome all to Friday night FSB Racing Winston Cup Series here at Texas World Speedway. Another action-packed big field Friday night action here at FSB Racing. Glad you could join us. We're here in happy hour. Boys are playing around, getting their last licks in before the serious stuff begins. See, big track here, Texas World. Super speedway racing with maybe a speedway wrinkle to it sometimes in the turns. Might have to use a lot more, I'd say you use a lot more wheel than you would at a traditional super speedway. So we will see a little corner turn action racing side by side. Lots of room here to race. And we're just watching there. We see the 18 car Robert Bokum carrying our series sponsor, Apple Collision Centers. And as usual, Apple Collision Center, hats off to you. Appreciate everything that
like
you've
I told
done.
the boys in the meeting, we don't need anything over the top today. We got a good race car, we got a good driver, we got a good pit crew. All we got to do is just everybody carry their weight. We'll be just fine at the end of this thing. 10-4. See you, bud.
And should be just a matter of time before we get a command here. There we see our field. Matt Watkins there toward the back, of course, he's in there. 151 a guy Petra right in the row ahead of him. Mark DeSenza in the back there. He's going to come from the back to the front. I have no doubt about that. 72 of Mike Pruitt right there in the thick of things. As we continue up through the field.
All right, well, the fun doesn't start till we ask
We're
our
going to get the
drivers a
command.
question. Are you ready? Drivers, will you please start your engine?
And Dean, oh no. Oh no. It looked like as Dean was starting out of the pit lane, he got squirrely there, it looked like, and clipped the wall. I don't know if any damage was done, but man, that's not the way you want to start from the pole, and a great pole it was for Dean. And looking at the car here, don't see any obvious signs of damage. He hit that inside, that fender you'd be seeing right there. And looks like maybe he was able to dodge a bullet there. But man, that's not the way you want to start. But the 060 Dean Gautreau is on the pole. 83 of Steve Weber, outside pole. Dave Jandry, Jeff Hale, second row. Ken Ron, Mark Favorite in the third row. Then we got Dwayne Buckler and the 101 Alan Myers. And Robert Bokum, Jim Scharf, our top 10. And we're about ready to go green flag racing. And here we go. Dean leads them down, and we're underway here at Texas World, 80 laps. We go about 24, 25 maybe on a tank. So, and Dean immediately loose to start the race, and chaos ensues. And, oh my. And a lot of cars have just got wiped out. Bill Yarbrough involved. There's a car smoking. It's the Dwayne. Dwayne. Oh man, what a tough way to start a race, to say the least. And Dean just straight up got loose in the first corner, and there we see it. And we'll slow-mo it here, and you can see the car stack up. Dave Jandry doing a great job avoiding, but he got up very high, and how he saved that car. Uh, and it looked like maybe the 145 there made contact with the back of Dave Jandry, or it was hard on the brakes to stay off of him. And you can see Dean there in the front of the picture spinning, and then there's hard contact between the 23 and the 145, and he shot down and right in front of the 191 and went tumbling over. And there we see the 54 Bill Yarbrough. Let's take a look back at that and see what happened, what it caused his spin. It looked like the 145 coming down clipped the back of Bill Yarbrough and right in front of the 191 of Mike Sanders, and shot Bill right up into the outside wall extremely hard. And then Jim Sharf another hard hit. So Jim, I think a lot of cars are going to be retiring out of this. The 72 also get caught up there. The '07 going high, and then you see in the aftermath here, there's a 6 car. Mark DeSenza is trying to sneak through. Matt Watkins on the grass. Just carnage everywhere. Let's take another look at this from that wide angle we just saw. Wow, what a way to start a race. You don't see that very often. You see Dean in the foreground there gets loose, and then the field stacks up. Jim Sharf hard into the wall, comes back down, and then there's more hard hits following right there. Wow. So let's see if we can recap this. Let's go back to the front here. Bring up the running order and see what this carnage claimed. The 54, the 060, and the 145 are all out of the race. 88 was in, the 99 was in. 151 I know got clipped. 191 I know took heavy damage. The 23 I know took damage. The 72 was also involved. I think Matt Watkins and Mark DeSenza did sneak through that. Looking. So, man, some carnage to start the race here at Texas World. Dean got off to a bad omen start, if you ask me. As he was leaving pit lane, it looked like the tires spun a little too much, and he went into the inside wall. And I'm wondering if he was either had that on his mind, or it actually did do some damage to the car. And the ensuing first turn of the race, he just broke loose. Very uncharacteristic of Dean. And just broke loose and went up the track, and chaos ensued. Cars scattering, some making it through, some did not make it through, unfortunately. Bill Yarbrough, a victim, as is the 145. Dwayne, also a victim there. Mike Sanders, Mike Pruitt. Just bad luck for those guys. Feel for them. You know, put in an hour's worth of practice before the race, get ready, get all read up, you know, get prepared for 80 laps, and then lap one, first corner of lap one of the race, it's over for you. It's very disappointing. I know that feeling very well, unfortunately. I think every sim racer knows that feeling. So, feel for you guys. Dean, too, just a bad luck for him. He's obviously a much, 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 much better driver than that. I mean, he's usually in the FSB Cup, Truck Series. Is very much a threat week in and week out, and very uncharacteristic of him. So we'll chalk that up to something weird. Uh, Never see the 83 car. Uh, is our leader under caution. So the rest of the field trying to play catch up here. So Steve will lead the field back to green single file now. Let's check to see everyone did stay on the lead lap except the three cars who retired. So we'll see how it goes for some of those damaged cars. I don't think it will go too well. Um, we shall see. Steve will lead us down. Lights are out. We'll shoot down pit road down over to your left. And we will finally get underway here. And let's see if we can get some green flag under our belt at Texas World. Aero 88 Series FSB Racing. Friday nights. Green flag, Steve Weber first, Jeff Hale second, Mark Favorite third, Alan Myers fourth, Ken Ron fifth, Dave Jandry in sixth. As they stream out onto the backstretch for the first time under green flag conditions. We see Jeff Hale immediately challenging for the lead. So Jeff not content to do anything except take the lead, and we know Jeff likes to do that. Let's see if these guys get the race in immediately. Mark Favorite taking advantage with Jeff, following in his footsteps and following in his tracks, and very nicely done by Mark into second place. Alan into third, but he's battling Dave Jandry and Ken Ron. Is a battle for third, fourth, and fifth right there. Steve Weber back into sixth. So look at this battle here now between the 101 and 303, the battle of the triple digits. Ken Ron slightly ahead now on the outside. Alan got a little high, but Ken saw it there, took a little action. Dave Jandry pushing Ken. And you can see the super speedway aspects of this track kicking in right there as Dave Jandry has pushed Ken Ron past the 101, and now they're very high up, but you can run there. And you can see they're hooked up pretty well. A little tandem racing going on between the 303 and 51. Allen down low, battling still. Now he's got the 53 TG Reese down low behind him, and also the 34 Isaac Johnson. So we'll see how that goes. Little dice going on there. You can see this big group of cars here, practically single file. Back to the front, Jeff Hale is our leader. Mark Favorite still holding on to second. Ken Ron third now. Places are changing very quickly. Ken Ron third, Allen holding fourth, but Dave Jandry trying to take fourth from Allen onto the inside now. So inside, outside, you can do it here at Texas World. It's a great track, wide open. As the tires wear, the corners become a little more tricky, a little more finesses involved. You can get behind someone here on the straightaway. get a great draft as a Daytona, Talladega type track. So a lot of stuff going on at this track. Great track here at Texas World. Went green at lap 6. We're on lap 10 of 80. Jeff Hale is our leader. Everyone about single file now. Let's just go through the field a little. There we see the 34 in his new paint. Isaac Johnson there. Webb trying to settle into a position here. He's fallen from the lead all the way back to 8th. And now Mark DeSenza wants to take that 8th position from him, it looks like. Ken Hansen right behind Mark. Looks like the 68 there, Chet Barkin right behind Ken. So all some good single file nose to tail racing. A little further back, the 108, Dog Palmer. 07 to Ken Soska. And then another group. Let's check this interval here. About 3.5 seconds or so back to the 99 of Pops Margison, the 18 of Robert Bokum. There we see the 15 of Matt Watkins all of a sudden. I don't know what's going on with Matty Watkins there. He slowed, it looked like, and now this group is going by him. Robert down low here. Guy Petra going by. Mike Pruitt going by. There's Mike Sanders. I know they were both involved. Hopefully not too bad a damage there for them. Oh, I don't know what Matt was doing there. I'm glad to see him back up into this pack here. But this pack is running, 14th and beyond. 14th through 18th here. And looking to... and Matt Watkins now is showing 2 laps down. So obviously an unscheduled pit stop for Matt Watkins. Let's take a look here. Trying to see when Matt went these laps down. There we see him on lap 7 in 12th position. Everything looking okay. It's up to 11th. Then all of a sudden he's showing 2 laps down on lap 11. Oh, look at that. It looks like Matt Watkins got disconnected. So by the time he reconnected, he was down 2 laps. So that's the explanation. At least that's the only thing I can think of. But look at this race in there as we go back live here, lap 17. Ken Hansen, T.G. Reese, Mark Faber, Ken Ron really battling. There's Allen on the outside. This is lap 17. Again, we went back 6, so we'll say 11 laps into about a 25 lap run. Some good racing going on here. Let's go to the front. Jeff Hale is our leader. Dave Jandry second. So teammates 1-2. Isaac Johnson working his way all the way up to third. Great drive so far for the kid. There's Mark DeSenza. And whoa. I don't know what just happened. Let's check here, folks. We might be having some technical difficulties. Checking the race here. I just had a major outage, and looking at the server here, and we got a major server glitch here. As you can see, a lot of red. Red is bad. Now we're back to green. Green is good. There's my connection. I should be 55-100. Okay, so we're back to good. But wow, that was crazy there. I don't know what the driver saw. We saw nothing. And the white line is okay. Inbounds. There we see the 9 and 303. Now remember, the spotters sometimes don't provide any assistance when a car is down below, either for one or the other. And you can see that I think the server is still getting screwy, and Ken Hansen and Ken Ron, the Kens, have just taken each other out. I think it looked like, again, not seeing it here, but again, it looked like a little warping action there. Looking and checking, I would have to think there's a caution here. Let's check our leaders. Here they are. Yeah, caution is out. Yeah, the Kens, I don't know if... But this is what Matt Watkins needed to get back up to the front, maybe get a lap back the old-fashioned way, get a caution, get another lap back, get a caution, and he can. He's got 60, or what, yeah, 60 laps to do it, maybe 55 when they go back green, so I know he can do it. There's no doubt about that in my mind. Question is he willing to do it? He's still running, so I guess the answer to that is probably yes. Jeff Hale is our leader under the second caution. Ken Hansen, Ken Ron, the Kens came together. It looked like a little bit of hard racing and maybe a little bit of server glitching. But we're going to keep soldiering on here. Jeff Hale leads the field down, 34 right behind him, 51 Dave Jandry, 34 Isaac Johnson. There's the 101 Alan Myers. Oh, and Isaac slid badly through his pits. Backs up, gets going. Okay. Yeah, very hot through the pits there for Isaac. Everyone else seems to be getting in okay. There we see Ken Ron limping in. You see some damage on the back of the car. Alan gets out okay. Jeff Hale gets out. Dave Jandry out. Mark Favorite out. Isaac Johnson out. Cost Isaac a position. Alan, I think, was behind him. Now he's ahead of him. And Mark slides into the grass. Gotta be careful here. Doesn't want any incident. Hopefully he doesn't get a black flag for being on the grass. We'll follow Mark here. Cold tires spun the car, kind of like what we saw what happened with Dean at the very beginning of the race on the out lap, the parade lap, if you will. It's possible Mark Favorite got an EOL penalty there. We can check that very quickly, and you see the 44 writing EOL, then you see some EOLs popping up here, 44, 53, 99, all EOLs. EOL, of course, or EOLL, end of longest line. That's the penalty you get for speeding generally or an unsafe entry or exit under caution. So Mark does get hit by that, and he'll have to give up that quality position he had. But he was a pretty fast car, so I think he'll be able to pick his way back toward the front. Jeff Hale, Dave Jandry, Alan Myers, 1, 2, 3. Isaac Johnson, 4th. Isaac slid through the pits, cost him, I think, one position there. With Mark getting the penalty, mitigated the damage done for Isaac there. But yeah, a little hot there, a little hot, kid. So let's check our leaderboard. We see we're on lap 23, so lights are still on. So we'll probably go back green on lap 25. So that was almost the scheduled distance of the first green flag stop, about 25. So if we go green at 25 again, these guys are basically on the same strategy as if nothing has happened caution-wise in this race, if you ask me. If you can do another 24, you'd really love to do 25, get you to 50, and then there's still 30 to go. So really, no matter how you slice it, you have to stop one more time. Splash and go, 2 tires, no tires. I think we'll see it all. Maybe no. I think tires will be maybe less of an issue with just 5 laps if you bring it all the way to that max distance each stop. You figure there would be 30 to go. You keep going, and you can pit with around 5 to go, 6 to go. You just get enough fuel to get you through 5 laps and hope that the tires don't completely shred, and that, of course, before leading up to that stop, you're not too abusive that you have no choice but to change tires. So we'll see how that goes and plays out here as we see lap 24. The lights are out, so we will cross the line lap 25, green flag racing. So again, we should see stops somewhere. Assuming green flag, we should see stops somewhere in the 48, 49 range. If you're fully up into the draft and fully engaged in it the entire run, I think maybe you could possibly get that 25. If you're not, I think 24 is as best as you can hope for, maybe 23. So we'll see how that goes. Lights are out. Matt Watkins up at the front, as we talked about. He's going to look to see if he can get a lap back. Checking our leaderboard here. We see Matt Watkins 2 laps down in 22nd position. So we'll see how he does. If he has a good car, if he can get out front of Jeff Hale. We know Jeff is not looking to fight this. Matt Watkins gets up in front of him, picks up 1 lap back, and away we go. Jeff Hale is our leader, Dave Jandrew 2nd, Alan Myers 3rd. You see the field streaming onto the backstretch. Mark DeSenza right behind Isaac there. Robert Boca. Apple Collision Centers again. Thank you very much for your sponsorship of the the Aero 88 series, and of course, Bochum Motorsports, Robert Bochum, the 18, and Mark DeSenza, the 6 car. And of course, your loyal viewing and watching on YouTube or on Twitch. And of course, we like to thank everyone besides Apple Collision Centers. A lot of people behind the scenes to make it happen here at FSB. Of course, the boss man, Jim Ray, hardworking, uh, two young children, earning a living, taking care of family, taking care of a massive website with all these guys, making good racing for everyone, week day in and day out. Of course, thank him for a great season. Uh, there's lots of people that make it happen here. Joe Cutter, admin of the series, with 25 up to 30. I think we even saw a 33 car field. Uh, I mean, that is not easy for one admin to take care of a 33 car field. I don't care what's going on. And he's racing, and he's competitive. And I mean, come on. Big ups for Joe Cutter on doing a wonderful job of admitting the series all season long. Um, oh God, NRT, Dave and his crew at NRT servers, and all the stuff that he provides, and the advice and the willingness to work with us and find the right solutions. As we saw, we just had a little spike in the server. It happens from time to time. It looked like it came right back up though, and right now we're seeing some nice clean connections and clean racing. Matt Watkins really, I thought might be able to pull away just a tick from the rest of the field, but he has not. But Jeff Hale, content right now to let Matt Watkins basically, quote unquote, lead the race. Dave Jandry, teammate of Jeff Hale, isn't going to really press Jeff, I don't think, too hard. Neither will Alan, I don't think. I think Alan would be content to ride her until that pit stop. And you can see the 34 car there. Isaac Johnson gets way out of shape and up high, and he lost a ton of track position. And we see some smoke there. Let's see if a caution. No, we see green lights are still on. I don't know what that smoke was from. Possibly the 23 car. Let's take a quick look here. That's what it was. It just little hit on the apron there by the 23 car. Okay. Uh, Back to live action here. Matt Watkins still in front of the field. He's showing now one lap down. But the leader of the race is right behind him. That would be the 29 car, Jeff Hale. 51 to Dave Jandry second. Alan Myers in third in the 101. Then we have the Bochum Motorsports teammates, Mark DeCenzo, Robert Bochum, the 6 and the 18. Rounding out the top 5 there. Steve Weber, 6th. Mike Pruitt, 7th. 7th? Yes, 7th. And there's Chet in 8th, right behind him. Oh, and someone's getting loose, and Isaac is getting loose. And he's into the inside wall fairly hard. And now Ken spinning as well. And trying to see here if we have a caution. We do. And now let's see what happened with Ken. We saw the initial spin. Don't know what happened with Ken there. He looked like he was racing pretty hard there. Oh, and Pops got loose and just pounded back in. Wow. Let's take a look at that again. That's not what I expected to see happen. Okay, so let's switch TVs here. There we go. Okay, so let's see. It looked like Pop's coming out of the turn there. I don't know if there was contact. Let's see. Let's take another angle here. Uh, let's move it up as well. Uh, it's hard to tell if there's contact there between the 53 and 99, but all of a sudden Pops shoots down to the inside and then the car breaks loose back up to the inside. Contact with Ken Hansen and the 303 of Ken Ron. So the Ken's again in the wrong place at the wrong time. And that's not a scene you want to see right there. One going forward, one pointing the wrong way. And Ken Hansen goes for another spin. Some more damage. There's 34. That was Isaac, which was the original spin of that, which I don't know, which I believe, now looking back on it, did not cause a caution. Yeah, the 9 car's beat up. He's going to have his work cut out for him. Going back through the field, 151 on Petra. 44 Mark favored. That's good for Mark. He lost the position there. Caution, maybe get him back in. Lap 34 of 80. Matt Watkins gained a lap back, I believe. Yes, he did. He's only showing 1 lap down, and he'll again go right back up to the front and do it all over again. And don't think that he won't. So the 34 got out of shape earlier, lost some track position, but didn't, go off track or anything. But that time it looked like he got loose again, all the way down onto the grass, all the way through the grass to the inside wall hard. And then moments later, which did not bring out a caution, as he slid all the way down inside, out of basically harm's way, I guess, in the game's eyes. So no caution was shown there. But then the 99 of Pops Markuson possibly either got loose, or there was maybe just a little contact between the 99 and the 53. Speculation on my part. Do not know that there was contact or not. But Pops slid to the inside and then looked like, as he tried to correct back, got a little loose and slid back up the track, and unfortunately collected the 9 of Ken Hansen and the 303 of Ken Ron. And that brought out our caution. We're on lap 35 now of 80. 46 laps remaining. So now you are in a one-stop window position if you pit right now and top up. So let's see if we get any toppers. 53 TG Reese coming in. He'll be able to top up, and I believe TG could make this a one more stop. And we see the 151 of Guy Petra also diving in. I think this is a good move. You're now on a clean one-stop race. You just come in, get your 2 tires, get your fuel, and you're gone, and then you don't have to stop ever again. Some of these guys that did not stop here or stopped earlier would really have to, do some clutching or hope that there's more caution laps, of course. Then that could change everything as well. Lap 36 of 80, so we'll go green at lap 37. Not quite, about 4 laps away from halfway point of the race. Let's check our fast laps. The '07 at Kensaska is our fast lap leader right now. So nice job, Ken. Let's see if the fast one lap speed translates into a moving up through the ranks here and getting a good quality finish. Matt Watkins on the inside. Alan Myers is our leader. 29 of Jeff Hale second. 191 of Mike Sanders is in third. He has to have some damage. Lights are out on the pace car. Dave Jandry, Robert Bokum, Mark DeSenza, Doug Palmer, Steve Weber, Chet Barkin. There's our running order. Matt Watkins on the inside, one lap down, looking to get that lap back. I don't think Alan's going to fight him for it. Matt gets off to a good start. He'll get that car length ahead. What Alan needs to worry about is Jeff Hale making a quick move. And you can see a little loose. Matt Watkins a little loose, gets down onto the apron as the green flag comes out, and everyone on brand new tires, cold tires. So this is a dicey time right now. But everyone seems to have gotten away okay. Going through the field here. And it looks like Isaac's having some connection problems that may be just unique to him. You see him blink out a little there, Guy Petra, taking some evasive action just in case. He did pop back up and he continues, so I wonder now if that had any factor in his spin down to the inside there. But we'll go back now to the front. And we see the 108, 6, 18, and the 44. And now the 44 up high, and now everyone going to go by him. The 6 has gone by, 18, and the 108 gone by. And we see Jeff Hale making a move to the inside of Alan Myers. Gets back in line. Matt Watkins out ahead. He's back on a lead lap right now. The 101 is our leader, though. 29 in second, 51 third. Dave Jandry, Jeff Hale, third and second. So Matt Watkins still holding on to that lead lap position. But the racing is getting a little frantic behind him, and we got side by side now for the lead. Alan Myers is our leader. Jeff Hale on the outside, trying to take that lead away now. Dave Jandry, Robert Bokum, third and fourth. They're watching this battle right in front of them unfold, and we'll see if man, that was a dead heat lap there almost. But now Jeff Hale, with the benefit of the other traffic, is going to push forward and take the lead. Dave Jandry going with him. Of course, no surprise there. Teammates, Jeff. So they'll be working together there. The 15 loves to see battling behind him. That allows him to, try to maintain at the very least a little cushion. We see the 72 there up high. Everyone going to go down low and pass the 72. Mike Pruitt going backwards and now struggling, and he just slightly brushes the wall. Jeff Hale now right on the back bumper of Matt Watkins. Dave Jandry second. Allen falls back to third. Robert Bokum fourth. some good, tough racing here at the front. Matt Watkins continuing to not really fight him off, but certainly not a comfortable place for Matt to be right now. I know he wants to see a caution so he can get back on the lead lap and be done with this, but if not, I would say 24, if you subtract 80 from 24, that would be a stop that I would say is the number. I wonder if some guys can't make that number, though. Um, and I'm not good enough to do math, so what's that? That'd be lap 55. I'd say lap 56. So we'll see if people in this field can make it to 56. We see the caution is out. Now Watkins will get his lap back. And looking at what's going on here, 72 showing as an accident. We were just talking about 72, so let's go back here. Yeah, Mike Pruitt is showing the course out of the race. Let's see what happened here to Mike. You see a puff of smoke, and then maybe a little oil slick slung him into the outside wall, and that's all she wrote. So bad break for Mike Pruitt. Man. So that leaves 21 cars running, 20 on the lead lap, just one car a lap down. And we'll look at pit stops here. Robert Bokum, there's Allen, Dave Jandry, Jeff Hale, Steve Weber coming in, Mike Sanders there. And looks like Allen doing a little bit of strategy. Jeff Hale, Dave Jandry, Robert Bokum streaking off of pit lane. Let's go back just a bit here. Let me see what happened here. Trying to ride with the 101 car here of Alan Myers. Two-tire stop for Alan. So gutsy call by the Voodoo Motorsports crew of the 101 car. And looking at the running order now, we see that only Dave Jandry is ahead of Alan, but looks like Dave is pitted. And I believe let's see here. Ken Hansen, checking Ken Hansen, was showing in 8th position. Now it's showing, I believe, as the leader. So as we come around here and they cross the line, yes, Ken Hansen is our leader. The 101 of Alan Myers is showing second. Lights are still on the pace car. We're on lap 46 of 80. Lights are still on. We're on lap 46, so we'll do at least one more lap, 47, before we go green. We'll see if Ken Hansen decides to stay out here. Remember, Ken's had actually a pretty long day, and to see him just staying on the lead lap is impressive, much less even if it's under caution to be leading laps. So we'll see how that works out. Um, the 108 of Dog Palmer showing in third. Jeff Hale fourth. Dave Jandry fifth. Now Ken down on the apron, so Ken will come in on lap 46. And that leaves 34 laps remaining. Again, you can do 24 comfortably, I'd say. Maybe comfortably 23, pushing 24, 25 draft, max only, with assuming no cautions. So 23 uh, is where the magic number is, I think, if you were going to work your way backwards here. So, again, that's about 10 laps away from this. The lights are out on the pace car. One person to watch of interest now is the 15 car, Matt Watkins. Last car on the lead lap in 20th position. Matt just regained his 2 laps through hard driving and maybe a little leader cooperation. But Matt Watkins, of course, certainly a fast and skillful driver. I mean, we already know that. So not a surprise, but Matt, I'm sure he's feeling good now about his chances. He's got still another stop, and if he goes green, he knows he can do a green flag stop like no one else's business. So advantage Matt Watkins. We'll see how he progresses though from the 20th position. So he's gonna have to earn it. Alan Myers is our leader after Ken peeled back off and got his fuel and led his laps. Dog in second, Jeff Hale third, Dave Jandry fourth, Robert Pokum fifth. Of course, keep in mind no passing to the backstretch as they go green and get these cars wound up a little. And there's some tough race in there right behind the 108. The 29 to 51 want to get by him. The 18 wants to join the party. And Dog got pushed to the outside now, so now the 29 is able to clear him into the second position. Dave Jandry wants to come, 18 wants to come, 6 wants to come. And that inside line is moving while Dog not getting any help on the outside line at all. And he's continuing to lose positions now with the 83 on the inside. And there's some contact between the 29. Oh my. Wow, that caught me off guard. The 29 of Jeff Hale and looked like the 51 of Dave Jandry got together. And that's teammates there, so let's take another look at that. No, Jeff just got a little loose there in the turn. That's just, wow. There must have been some oil down or something, because Jeff just does not do that. And then Dave Jandry took evasive action, contact with Mark DeSenza and the 108 Dog Palmer, and then spun up in front of the 44. And Mark Favorite, he hasn't had bad luck, he'd had no luck at all, man. I feel feeling for Mark. Tough break for him. He goes hard into the wall. Car's still spinning. And then you see the second wave of cars coming in. Ken Hansen doing a little four-wheel action. And it looks like everyone else was able to avoid the carnage. But bad break there for Jeff. That's just a very, as we said earlier, uncharacteristic for Dean, uncharacteristic for Jeff Hale as well. But it happens. And I'm sure the car has some damage, and you can see it's a little bashed in. We'll see. We'll see what he can do with it. As we check with our leaders here. The 101 did come in. Let's check our. We're on what? 51. So that leaves 29 laps. Still too early. Still too early. Um, if this is a long caution, I'll tell you what. If the lights are on at lap 25, I'm ducking in and I'm topping up, and I'm seeing with 24 to go if I can make it. If you don't top up right now and you're out like these guys are, basically like everyone is, even Allen, who is coming in the pits now, still is short. No matter how you slice it, he's short. Uh, so that's another now wrinkle to this story. We're very close. 80 minus 25 is 55. Yes, 55. Had to do a quick hand count there. 55. So we're 4 laps away from 25 laps to go. Lights are still on the pace car. It's agonizing if you're, knowing that you don't want to give up track position to pit, but you have to pit or you're going to run out of fuel if it does stay green. That is a big if. We haven't seen a lot of green flag racing. We saw a nice little stint of about 20 plus laps before our first caution. So really not a lot of green flag racing to know these things, but we can hear that Robert Bokum is slightly clutching. Uh, so he's trying to save a little. When I look at what they have to do and the pit and things like that, I think that you can definitely think that there's going to be a lot of calculations running through all these guys' heads as we're still outside of that window. The lights are still on the pace car. So again, you could do that extra lap still. But if you ducked in, let's say this next lap, you're just still just tantalizingly short, I think. I don't care how much you clutch, you're not going to be able to save that much fuel, I don't think. And I never question the car we're looking at, the 18 of Robert Bokum. He knows how to do what he needs to do. I'm looking in the running order for Matt Watkins as well. Matt Watkins, of course, 2 laps down, got disconnected, it appeared, or maybe caught up in that server thing or funkiness. Maybe he got knocked out from that, came back in 2 laps down, started at the front, picked up a lap with a caution, started at the front, picked up a lap under caution. Now he's on the lead lap, and I'm trying to find him. And there he is. He's in 15th position. So Matt Watkins doing well. Avoided the nightmare scenario. The lights are out on the pace car. So we are going to go back green flag racing with 27 to go. Just too many laps, I think. If you're the leader, I just do not see how Robert Bokum can do 27 laps. And let's remember, he was been out in the caution running several laps already, so that could have burned up another precious gallon of what is it now, Sunoco fuel that he can't get back right now. So we'll see how this goes. Lights are out. We're gonna go back green flag racing, I believe, outside of the window. So everyone will need one more stop, even cars that stopped on this caution. Checking to see where the 101 car came out. And there's Allen in 13th. So Allen has more fuel than a lot of the cars in front of him. Now Watkins back in 15th. Our leader, Robert Bokum. Webb started from the pole, back up to second. He's had a front to back to now front again day. Uh, we see those. Actually, they're, I wouldn't say common, but not shocking to see that the front to back to stuff, especially with cautions and different strategies and tires and all those things. Robert Bokum, our leader, he's going to lead us down to green flag racing. We're back underway at lap 54 of 80. So yes, 27 to go. See if we can get off to a nice clean start. It's like a lot of hungry drivers behind Robert Bokum. I don't know if Robert's gonna go into a conservation type mode right now, uh, or if looking at his gauges and when he pitted, etc., he knows that I have no choice. So we'll see what uh, happens there. The other issue is, when you're leading, you're using the most fuel because you're braking the wind. And everyone else is using that pocket that you're punching in the air to slide through at a less demands, and that's how you get the fuel savings as the caution is out. Caution is out. Now this does change things a bit. And looks like the 72 is out, which we saw. The 44 is now out with the gearbox out. Uh, so now we're left with 19 cars on the lead lap. 18 is our leader. And here we go. Pit stops are abound as we come through the field. There's our leader. And that's a tough. Robert will come out. Steve. Oh, and Webb will take second. Allen third. 191 of Mike Sanders comes out in, I think, fourth when this is all said and done. So let's see, let's do some math. We should be able to make it now. let's look at our running order as they cross the line here on starting lap 58. So Jeff Hale is still showing as our leader, Dog second, Robert Bocum third. There's Webb in fourth. And you can hear the clutching going on in the field. Lights are still on in the pace car. 23 laps to go. Jeff Hale is showing as our leader. Matt Watkins up to 11th. Checking on him from his 2-lap down odyssey. Isaac went for a spin earlier. He's still on the lead lap, back in 18th. Ken Hansen's been beat up. He's still on the lap. On the lead lap, he's shotgun on the lead lap cars. 19 cars on the lead lap. The lights should go out on this next go round, so that will leave us with 21 laps to go. This is the second to last race of the Aero season. There was a rain out Rockingham. Can't really tell you the truth, recall the circumstances, but nonetheless, there was an issue. The race did not get run, and will be made up a week from today. Yes, a week from today. We know what a week from Thursday is. It's Gobble Gobble Turkey Day. And we would like to wish everyone a happy Thanksgiving and a safe Thanksgiving if you're traveling to be with your families and friends, and don't drink and drive, be responsible, but of course have a good time and enjoy your holidays. A lot of off-season action here at FSB. So please, if you're a driver, if you're listening to this but you're not racing, if you are a driver racing and you're listening to this, if you're going to watch the replay tomorrow or later tonight or during the week, please check the forums, check the off seasons, and try to make a few. You don't have to. There's too many to make them all. You know, don't feel like you have pressure or feel obligated to make any of them, because it is the off season and the off season is your time. And if you don't want to race, you certainly don't have to, and that's respected and fully understood. And if you do have an opportunity to make something, it's fun, and there are trophies, medals. We play for medals, and so come on out, check it out in the forum. Back to green flag. Jeff Hale's trying to get another race win under his belt here. Dog in second, Robert Bocum third. Webb in fourth, Allen in fifth, and Robert Bocum with a strong move to the inside of Dog Palmer, and that pushes Dog high, and looks like deja vu all over again here. With Dog getting shuffled to the outside and cars streaming out to the inside, and Robert Bocum on a rail on the inside, and he's going to challenge for the lead. And in fact, I believe he led that lap. Allen way down on the apron. No problem there. That's legal play here with the white line. And he'll also take to the inside of Dog and get around. So second, and we have another caution out, it looks like here. Just trying to see what happened there. See, the Ken Hansen has retired. So maybe Ken's long kind of punishing journey has ended. And yeah, it's been a tough night for Ken, and see the caution is out. So let me see Ken go into the pits, and as he came out, um, oh my, oh no no no. As he came up, he approached a slowing group of cars, it looks like here. And unfortunately for Ken, contact with the 34 of Isaac Johnson sent Isaac spinning. Um, that's unfortunate. And I think Ken parked it after that. Probably felt pretty bad about that. So now we're down to 18 laps to go, though, as we go back live here. Let's check our leaders. Robert Bokum is showing as our leader. What a run Robert had down on the inside. It was like he was shot out of a cannon. He was on a subway line there down low. Past Jeff Hale, took the lead, then the caution came out. So Robert will be our leader. Jeff Hale second, Steve Weber third, Dog showing in fourth, Allen in fifth. And you can see the rest of our top 10, including 10th place Matt Watkins. Matt 2 laps down. Went to the front, got his lap back through cautions and keeping ahead of the leader. And then started back in what I think it was 20th position. And slowly has worked his way up to 10th through some green flag and some yellow flag, and here it is, 17 to go, 18 to go here, going on 17 to go. Lights are still on. Let's see if they come off here. We'll follow the FSB Corvette here. And the lights are now out. Okay, so let's take a look. We'll go back with 16 to go. 16 to go for the Texas World title. Robert Bokum, really, I know he said he really likes this track. Of course, he wins at any track he shows up, he can win at. And when he has a favorite, oh man, I mean, it's just not fair to have a favorite. But he does, and this is one of them, I'm pretty sure. And here he is leading the race when it matters, with everyone topped up, with tires, fuel, and urgency. We'll see if we can get green flag to the finish here as we look at our field. Admin Joe cut. There in the 88 car, the Wrangler car. There's Pops, who got still not sure what happened there. He got out of shape and uh, collected a couple cars. There's Isaac. Hopefully he can bounce back from that. And you can hear the engines rev. That means green flag is out. Green, green, green. Robert Bokum will lead us down. We see Guy Petra having some problems down on the apron there. But we stay green. No harm, no foul, it looks like. And let's see what Robert does as we go green. 16 to go. This is where the race is going to be. Robert has made a small gap behind second place Jeff Hale, third Steve Weber, fourth Doug Palmer, Alan Myers, and now Matt Watkins already taking positions, and he's up to sixth, and he's on the go now. Matt Watkins on a mission here. He's got to be careful now. He's coming up to some guys that have led laps and have been very fast all night, and he's going to have to not be overzealous now and pick his spots, which he's very good at doing. But there we see him right there in now the sixth position, Allen in fifth. He's taking a look at the dog there, trying to go to the inside, now the outside, now back to the inside, now back to the outside. So some tough battling there between the 101 and the 108. Watkins kind of wondering what's going to become of it. Now Allen taking a look to the inside of the 108. And Dog trying to defend both inside and outside, which is not easy to do. The car's not that wide. Now Matt Watkins side by side with Dog on the outside. Allen down on the inside now following Dog as they go 2 by 2. And nearly have contact, but no contact, but almost come together. And some tough racing here. How will this hash out is the question. Matt Watkins now looking to clear. Allen down low, taking a look on the inside. There's some daylight there. You can see it. It's there for him if he can get that car turned. They're 3 wide now. Dave Jandry on the outside. Some slight contact it looked like, but everyone clean. And that was some tough racing there, and there continues to be tough racing. And now the 53 and the 108 get together, and it collects a bunch of cars. 53, 68, 99. The 6 car Mark DeSenza is wrecked and out of the race. And wow, you could just feel it, huh? They're racing back to the line here, though. Whoa, and Jeff Hale goes for a ride there. And he's still loose, and he's still going for a ride. Now, can he keep it off the wall? A little bump to the inside wall. He crossed the line, though, so I think he's held his position in third with 10 to go. Wow, that was exciting. Let's take another look at that as we are under caution. Let's take another look at that wild run to the caution here. And looks like Dave Jandry got Jeff Hale got a great run down low, but look, Robert Bokum taking a, a tough line on to Jeff Hale there. And Jeff really had nowhere to go except where he went. Uh, and that's down onto the apron hard into the grass. Came back up, got squirrely, but saw traffic, and then came back up into the track right in front of Matt Watkins, but then lost it. Matt Watkins also into the grass. And there we see Jeff spinning, trying desperately to stay off of that inside wall. Just a slight tap of the inside wall. So I think he'll be okay, and he'll restart still in third. He crossed the start-finish line to lock in his position. So he, as you see, he's regained all that what that was lost from that spin. The question is, does he have any damage that will prevent him from making another run at a win here? The lights are still on the pace car. We have 10 laps to go right now. So, wow, that was some excitement there between the leaders. Robert Bokum was up a little high. Jeff got a great run. It looked like Robert saw it, of course, and did what the leader does. He took the space up of where Jeff Hale was going to be. Jeff really had nowhere to go other than hit Robert. He obviously did not do that. He took evasive action, went down into the grass. Looked like he was going to save it, but when he came back up, he got a little squirrely, and Matt Watkins was right on his back bumper. I mean, no fault of anything Matt was doing on the track. But then he got a little squirrely, and then he went spinning again into the grass. And this time he went for a little ride, just brushing the inside wall with the front of his car, but locking in his position in third. So that's where he'll restart. Question is, how many laps will he have? The lights are still on the pace car with 9 to go currently. So at least probably looking at a restart at 7 laps to go here, which of course is still plenty of laps to make something happen if you're in the top, probably even the top 10. So let's take a look at our running order. Our top 5, Robert Bokum, our leader, Steve Weber second, Jeff Hale third, Alan fourth, and Matt Watkins fifth. Matt also into the grass there, but just was able to keep the car straight and no spinning. So Matt will restart with probably 7 to go from the 5th position. Dave Jandry 6th. Mike Sanders 7th. Ken Soska 8th. 34 of Isaac Johnson has battled back to the 9th position. Great job by the youngster there, fighting back into the top 10, and Ken Ron rounding out the top 10. Ken's had a long night too. Both Kens, Ken Hansen out of the race. Ken Ron also a little beat up, but fighting back into the top 10. So nice runs for both the 34 and 303 to fight back to where they are, and let's see where they can finish and lock in that good. You know, you always get that good run. You get the good run, and you know, hey, I started 20th. I'm up to 8th. I'm up to 7th. I'm up to 5th, and then all of a sudden, boom, you know, and it's all gone in an instant. So you gotta lock in that finish and say, you know, I started 23rd and I finished 6th. That's what you want to say. You don't want to say I started 23rd, I was up to 5th, but then something happened and I finished 14th. So let's see if these guys that have rallied back to get to where they are now can lock in these final laps and earn that finish. The lights are out now. So we are going to have 7 laps to go. Man, it's been a kind of an odd race here at Texas World. I thought we'd see a lot more green flag. It looks like the track is conducive to too wide racing, and I think that's what we've seen, is that these guys have gone racing. And as the season winds down, and maybe points positions are fairly decided for the most part. We know Robert Bokum will be our series champion, um, and things like that. There's really only a couple things to race for. Either your own personal satisfaction of you know the best I finished all year is eighth, so I want to finish better than eighth this race, or something to that effect. Or you're a guy that has the right stuff and has won and is capable of winning, and you say, you know what, with only 2 races left in the season, I want to win one of these damn things. So I gotta go. And I'm gonna do what I need to do to win, and maybe that's not the way you approach all the rest of your races, but a lot of different mindsets as well for these guys as the season winds down. And we're back green flag racing. 7 laps to go here at Texas World. Robert Bokum is our leader. Matt Watkins up a little high in 5th place there, trying to gather that momentum up for a run down the backstretch. And you can see he's really pressuring Allen on the inside now. And Allen putting him down onto the apron, and now there's contact, and Allen's into the wall on the outside. And you could just, you could almost see that happening, couldn't you? You could just kind of sense that something like that was about to happen. See if Allen is able to get back going. Yeah, he is back going. So we'll see. It was just some hard racing. We're passing to the backstretch, of course, at FSB. So as they come out onto the backstretch, now the race begins, and Matt Watkins gets a good run, and you see he makes that move to the inside, and look how close that is right there. I mean, that's as close as it gets. And if you're Matt Watkins, you're just really in no man's land. As we can kind of, let's see if we can look at from Matt's point of view here. You can see the track is very narrow for Matt Watkins. And as they go into the turn, you can see on the apron just a bit there. And as he came up off the apron, there was contact with the 101. And that's hard racing right there. It's tough. We'll rewind this. It's a little slow, I know, but we're under caution here, so we can do this. Uh, let's take a look in real speed, and it'll be a little louder, but let's just watch it. That's how quickly it happens, folks. That's how quickly it happens. It looks like Matt Watkins is disconnected again, or got disconnected. He just disappeared, didn't he? Well, he's showing in 4th, but if I... Oh, okay, he's still there. Okay, we're good, we're good, we're good. With lights are on, 5 laps to go. Let's see as they come around if the lights go out. we'll have 3 laps of racing. If the lights do not go out, we'll have 2 laps of racing. But we will have racing for sure. The lights are still on, 4 laps to go. So the lights will go out with 3 and come green, green, green with 2 to go. So 2-lap dash for cash. Bad break for Allen. Man, that was some tough racing there. Um, I know, obviously, he saw Matt Watkins on the inside. Just a tough. I call that a racing deal. I mean, Matt. Yeah, Matt did touch the apron, but as we saw from that view, he had a very thin piece of traffic to work with. So, and that's why when you sum it all up, FSB rules say 2 incident rule, which means if you cause 2 yellows or spin someone out and end their night, or cause a caution by spinning on your own, you count that against yourself. If you get 2 of those, you need to retire from the race. If you do not, then you're subject to a possible 1 race suspension, or possibly even more if it's a repeat offense or some reoccurring issue. So it is a serious thing, and you know, looking at, as we looked at it a few times, why we call that a, you know, if we call that a racing deal or a racing incident, still we would have to assign, you know, something to it. And so now if you're Matt Watkins or Allen, you know, or especially if you're Matt Watkins, you got to be thinking, okay, you know, I got to finish this race now, regardless of that there's only 2 laps left. So that's part of racing here at FSB. Sportsmanship, clean racing, and green flag is what we like. Or have several cautions here at Texas World. A lot of them just extremely hard racing deals. Some spins as well. And that, you know, that's a product of hard racing, fast and soon. You know, with cold tires, just getting the green, and all of a sudden you're in a 2 wide, 3 wide situation, and you feel you need to go, or you're gonna be in trouble. And sometimes the cars aren't ready to do that so soon. They need to warm up. They need to get the heat in the tires. They need to get up the temperature. Then you can do those things. And when you don't allow that to happen, that's when we see those kind of spins. So here we go. Pace car is off. 2 laps to go. Robert Bokum, our leader. Steve Weber second. Jeff Hale third. Matt Watkins fourth. Robert down low. Steve Weber up high. See if there's room. There's plenty of 2 wide racing here. As you see, Matt, and there's contact, and Jeff Hale's into the outside wall. Wow, that they were up very. Oh, J. Henry's spinning as well, and that will end it. Robert Bokum will be our winner. Even though there's a white flag lap here, I have to think Robert took the caution. We'll see here. I don't know. They're still racing, so we'll say they're still racing back to the caution, which is also the final lap. The 18 in front, 83 second. Matt Watkins now up to third with the contact with, man, Matt Watkins having an adventure tonight. Ken Ron down on the apron trying to gain positions. Robert Bokum will win this race. And it looks like Webb will finish second, Matt Watkins third. And a melee behind 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th. Wow. That's all I can say. Oh, and there's some wrecking going on. And congratulations to the 18 car. Robert Bokum is our race winner. What a crazy race. Wow, that was a crazy race. 15 cars finished on the lead lap. 25 cars took the green flag to start the race. Uh, wow, what a crazy finish. Robert is our winner. Steve second. Matty Watkins third, and Mike Sanders fourth. Isaac battles his way back from adversity all the way up to a top 5. So great drive by Isaac. Guy Petras sneaks up to 6th. Ken Ron 7th. Another great run by Ken. Chet 8th. Joe Cutt 9th. Dog Palmer fought back. He was up there. He got beat up a little. He got shuffled a little, but he fought back. Stayed with it. Finished 10th. And you can see the rest of the running order. Bad luck for Alan and Jeff with the contact by Matt Watkins. Having some run-ins tonight. Very un-Matt Watkins-like, to say the least. In fact, I don't know if I've ever seen Matt Watkins make contact with people like that in a long, long time. So very crazy race, crazy finish. Great job by Robert Bokum. Well-deserved win, and wow, what can we say? That was a crazy race. There's our official order. So we're good to go. We're in the books. Wow. I'm still digesting that finish, and some really hard racing, and that's the outcome. A few cautions there, some good hard green flag racing. Uh, and we can see the results with 8 cars finishing inside of a second of each other at the finish. So, wow. Well, we'll see if we can get a quick word with our race winner and see if Webb and Watkins from Monsoon will also be able to come up and have a quick chat with us. You can see it was a very long race here, so we try to, it's kind of getting late for these East Coast guys, and we appreciate their time and, their their efforts and all that good stuff. So we'll see if Robert can have a quick word with us. And yeah, I'd be very interested to talk to Matt Watkins here and get his take on that contact with Allen and with Jeff Hale. And let's see, we'll be joined momentarily with Robert Bokum. Uh, gonna see if we can also get Steve Weber and uh, Matt Watkins to join us. So we're behind the scenes trying to wrestle these guys in. So we'll see if we can get Webb and Matt to join us. But right now, Robert, congratulations on a wow. I don't know. That was a different type of race than I'm used to seeing. Uh, kind of never had a real flow to it, if you ask me. But a good win and some hard racing, Robert. Real hard racing.
Yeah, it's kind of a survival tracker. I don't care too much for that track. The draft plays such a part in it, just sucks you up. But first of all, I do want to give a shout out to the Apple Collision Center. Thank you for them coming on this year. I know they're out watching. Jess is watching, I know, and Willie and our marketing department. His wife's out there watching too, so we appreciate them. But I also want to say sorry, Jeff L. I went to turn in on a corner because it said clear, and by the time it came down, it said car. So I just tried to hold my line and still give him room where he can get on the bottom. But like I said, it said clear, and as I went to turn, and all of a sudden he got the run. So like I said, I didn't want to block at least let him have the flag because I was already turned down. If I turned back right, I'd went in the wall. So. But great run by everybody. Great job by Matt. I think he was 2 laps down or something like that. And I knew when he got on the lead lap, he's going to be coming. So it's just tough to pass unless you got a drafting partner. If you got somebody that can work with you drafting, which I did, Mark. I hate to see him have bad luck because we could have worked good together. But I like seeing it get some green flag pit stops. I think that would have split it up a little bit and probably not had any cautions. We could have got that.
Yeah, there's just a couple too many cautions, maybe. But man, I've obviously watched a lot of races here, and that may have been one of the hardest racing races throughout the field I've seen in quite a while. And Matt, man, I've never seen you embroiled in so many battles. What kind of race was that for you?
It wasn't too bad. Had to play catch up most of the race, and with the whatever reason, I don't know something. I never been jobbed out before, but with these newer ones, this connection's not as good before, so dropped me out. Had to play catch up. Then I sped on pit road, went to the back. Then stuff like that just kept happening, but finally got a chance to make it up a little bit, and yeah, I had a few issues, I should say, coming up through the field.
Great comeback, man. Good job.
Thanks.
I was watching for the Donkey Kong.
Yeah,
Burger King.
yeah, that was some real tough racing for you, Matt, and you had you had a run there on Allen on that restart, and it looked like we took a couple different angles at it. It looked like just didn't have enough track to work with, maybe there.
No, I was low there, and it was either just lift and stop and not have that happen, or see if one of us was going to give, and nobody gave, and that's the result. Hate to see it happen, but yeah, I mean, that was that was clear as day. That was going to happen.
Yeah, you could, you can sometimes see these things building, and Webb from the front row and up there, then you came to the back, then back up to the front. You had one of those front to back days.
Yeah, it was a good race. I started second, ended second. I'll take it. Yeah, I didn't have anything for Robert there. I had that thing floored the whole last 2 laps and just wasn't enough. I mean, it wouldn't stick. So yeah, good job, Robert. Good job on the
Appreciate you too,
championship,
man. Oh, thank you very much.
Yeah, and
Matt.
that's
Hell of a run, Matt.
yeah, and
Thank you.
that's of course the other sidebar to this win, Robert, is of course a Winston Cup championship under your belt. So congratulations on that. Another nice championship for you.
I appreciate it. Yeah, you had a bunch of guys that are real competitive have some pretty bad luck this year, so I hate to see that, but we was able to get a little bit of comfortable lead, and then like I said, this is probably by far one of my best seasons as far as putting all series together. So probably won't never have another one. I'll probably come next year and have about 55 DNFs or something, but that's just part of it. I mean, racing's like I said, it's about 40% skills, 60% luck. So that's how it goes. But great job to my team also for Balkan Motorsports for another team title. Them guys that really stepped up their program, and like I said, if it wasn't for bad luck, poor Mark, I don't know what he's gonna do. Might have to get him to run over Black Cat, I guess, because he just has the worst luck of anybody I
Yeah, have
know.
him like walk under a ladder or
Yeah,
something.
between
Something. Him
blown
and Ken.
motors and everything else, man, he's had terrible luck.
He
Yeah,
does,
and
and then Matt stepping out, not running as much this year. That's too because Matt always seemed, no matter if one was starting in front, one starting in the rear, we always seem to kind of meet when it comes down to it. So he's
it does
definitely
seem
helped
that
me
way.
step. Yeah, but he's definitely, Matt has definitely helped me step. He's definitely helped me improve because he's made me practice and practice and practice and. Oh yeah, I meant to tell you practice. I mean, because every week I was following him, so I learned a lot by him by being on his team and being beside him. So, like I said, I always glad to see him show up because you got to step up your game, and he makes us
Absolutely,
all better.
absolutely. So yeah, that was a very hard fought race for everyone. Some sheep Apple Collision Centers, Robert will have some business after this race, that's for sure.
Yeah, if I know the owner Willie, he's probably down there in the crowd right now handing out brochures, trying to get everybody lined up and get them up on the frame rack, get some sheet metal, and then get our painter John spraying them for him next season. But appreciate you too, man, stepping in and doing this by yourself, man. But you do a hell of a job. Like I said, I listened to it during the race, and it makes it all worth it, man. So we appreciate what you do, man.
Oh, well, I enjoy doing it and enjoy the show you guys put on. So I want to thank all three of you for coming up and spending a couple time. I know it's late for most of you there on the East Coast. Webb, not so bad. So,
Yeah, but Webb's hungry.
but yeah, Webb's still trying to eat dinner here at I don't know what time it is in Arizona with daylight. Is it 8:30 there, Webb, or 9:30?
9:30.
9:30. Okay. So not too bad for him, but I know you two. It's late, so appreciate you spending the time and great win, Robert. Great run, Matt. Very exciting, and glad you could join us. And thanks a lot for joining all three of you.
One more race left too. We still got
One more race left,
Yep,
Rockingham.
the Rock.
Tight's point battle too. Going from second, third, and fourth. We're all still pretty tight right there.
Yeah, absolutely. Why the title's decided, there's still some podiums to be hashed out in this final week, so still something to race for.
For sure. Good job, Weber. Great run. And like I said, great run, Matt. Good
Thanks,
recovery, man.
Robert. You too, man. Good job.
Yep, we win.
You too, Matt. Good job.
Yeah, thanks
There
all
you go.
three of you, and check it
Thanks,
out.
Greg.
Next Friday, of course, Pro Cup is wrapped up, so next Friday we'll be on the air for final season finale, Winston Cup, FSB Racing. Check it out.